We host over 400 Native small businesses. Artist gets the profit. They receive 100% of the asking price for their items. That's really what the community deserves, is the retail price. It's important because Native arts and crafts, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry that Native Americans see less than 1% of. So our whole mission is just to create safe spaces for Natives to sell directly to the public. Always trying to make a way to help the Native community.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Native Edge podcast. I'm Emerald Skye Byrd, most often known as Skye Byrd from the Kyia tribe, and I'm here with Kyia. Kyia and I are giving Chris and Yvette a break. We thought we'd like to talk about the holiday shopping or just year-round shopping. Kyia and I tend to spend hours just talking about shopping and our favorite areas to go or just shop online. And I'll let Kyia introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kyia Jackson. I'm from the St. Croix Apache tribe. And I'm also a Assiniboine from the Fort Peck tribe in Montana.
Hi, I am Heather Tracy. I am from the Navajo Nation. I grew up in Cameron, Arizona, which is near the south rim of the Grand Canyon. I currently reside in Phoenix with my mother separately.
Hi, I'm Denise. I'm the mother of Heather, and we are the co-founders of Native Art Market.
Yeah, so we thought it'd be a great idea this week to, like we discussed, talking about shopping. We're a national organization, but we wanted to bring someone in local. But what's unique about these guys are that they shop from all over the U.S., including First Nations in Canada. And we thought that'd be a really great opportunity to kind of highlight nationwide brands and stores. And we've always had a great partnership with these guys behind the scene. I know most people know about our export program. Every year, a lot of First Nations businesses come down to our headquarters here in Arizona. And what started out with us sort of sending them to you guys' market, and you guys ended up just building individual relationships with those guys too. But for everyone who doesn't know about the outdoor or Native Art Market, could you guys give a little bit of background?
Native Art Market. So we started as an outdoor market about 8 years ago. We are actually jewelry makers and vendors ourselves. And when we moved to Phoenix, we had no place to sell. My mom, she participated in the Scottsdale Art Walk and was really excited to get into that. And she was kicked out very quickly a couple weekends later for being a Native American selling Native American jewelry. And that gave her the motivation and drive to create an entire market just for Native Americans to present their businesses in the Scottsdale area. So it took us 2 years to find a location, and we were able to visit with different owners of different plazas. We got a lot of no's, but the pavilions at Talking Stick heard our business plan and were actually really excited and encouraging and asking why no one else was doing something like this. And he opened his doors to us, allowed us to pick out a spot in their parking lot in the plaza and set up shop. Come now to today, we've been there for 8 years. We host an outdoor market for Native American small businesses, and we do it every weekend from November to March. So it allows artisans to have a consistent monetary way to make money in the city. And a lot of places, especially in the Southwest during the winter, tend to slow down, and this valley's sunny, and it's one of the few places that people can come and enjoy the sun and enjoy the warmth. And not just tourists, but also vendors travel for hours around just to set up at the outdoor market. We started with, I think, 8 vendors our first weekend, me and my mom being 2 of those vendors. And we now have a rotation of over probably about 400 Native small businesses that take turns setting up at the outdoor market. So it's different every weekend, different artisans, different vendors. But we know firsthand what it's like to be an artisan that is constantly trying to find a space to make money, a space that gives good foot traffic. And that's something that we continue to provide for the community to this day, despite actually creating other businesses that also still correlate with our goal of creating those safe spaces for Indigenous people.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah.
That's amazing. 400.
Yeah.
400 artisans that get to be a part of this.
Who are some of the artisans that really stand out for you guys?
Oh, goodness. So my favorite success stories always come from the youth, because when we started this market, we understood the importance to the adults, of course. We have performers that rely on it, food vendors, but it's always the youth that really caught me off guard, especially that first year. You kind of get to see the kids running around, like all the vendors' kids get together and they get to play in the grass and hang out with each other. They've actually formed lifelong friendships with each other. But one of my favorite stories is Najoni Soaps. So she was, I believe, 8 or 9 years old when we recruited her and said, hey, we have an outdoor market. I heard about her business. And so offered her a free space for the weekend, like we do for a lot of vendors that are new to the program and haven't heard of us before. We offered her a free space for the weekend. Said, try it out, see what you think. If it's something you like, you can always come back. And so her and her mother came out and set up shop there. I think they said it was their first vending event. And they did really well that weekend, I'm guessing, because they ended up booking every single weekend for the season after that. Come to today, Najoni Soaps now owns over 3 stores, one in Mesa, Farmington, and Albuquerque, and her family makes soaps for a living. And she has huge contracts with like the casinos, and so it's kind of shows it shows us how you can start something small and build it into something much larger. And that's true for quite a few people that have participated in the outdoor market. We have Mudhead Soaps. She also does soaps as well. We have Navajo Mike, who is also a chef in the Tempe area. He just recently quit his job and actually does his barbecue sauce, hot sauce, fry bread line all full time now. So it's just kind of allowing people to have that platform and them being able to grow from there is what I'm super happy about and happy to watch it help watch it firsthand, which is super cool.
Yeah, I think I've seen his mixes in the grocery stores too, but I know that the Najoni Soaps and Mudhead, they all sell online. So I usually buy from them online unless I'm at the outdoor market.
Yes. Hosting a business online is very hard. Our family started out as an online business. So we're not the first vendors ever to sell Native American jewelry. But I do think that branding ourselves, because we used to set up in the Grand Canyon, Sedona, prior to moving into Phoenix. And when I started selling, I wanted someone to be able to find us after they left our table. And this was back in the early days of social media. That's when we decided to start Navajo Secrets, which is our family's brand that represents my mom, my grandmas, and that grew really fast. I started an online business for us, and it took us kind of to the next level and made us realize how important and how rare it is to find Indigenous small businesses, especially back in those times. And we just kept growing from there. So definitely support online because it takes a lot of work. We, as Native Art Market, don't even have a very large online platform anymore just because we're so busy and there's so many items passing through our outdoor market and our indoor market. So I get kind of upset that we don't have an online store, but we also are doing so much work for the Native community.
What do you think? Because I know a lot of areas they have trouble updating their online sector of everything. What's obviously the main struggle is keeping it up, but what do you think you guys need or people typically need that most people don't think about? Like everyone's always thinking interns to take photos and constantly upload, but what do you think the best process would be to help navigate that?
Oh goodness, I wouldn't know, but let me know as soon as you find out. Yes, product photography is super hard. It's very time consuming, editing those photos, getting them online, creating biographies for them. I applaud anyone that has that kind of drive. And we've always thought of doing interns, but I'm going to follow through with it this summer when we're less hectic.
So. Oh, I would have loved that when I was younger. Artist myself, and I do a lot of sewing. That's what kind of Skye and I talk about too. And I don't typically wear ribbon skirts, but Apache land we have I guess in Navajo they call them like a masane skirts. So we have camp dresses, and so that's what I make. And to have like a really awesome program if I was younger to go through again, because that was one of my first dreams of like I wanted to be a designer and everything, and so I would have totally shot for being a part of something as great as like the Native Art Market and being keep hitting the mic being in high school again and interning. I think that would have been really awesome.
And masana skirts are hard to make, so that's like
they are.
pleating skirts on steroids.
She like whips them up overnight. Like we'll have something used to whenever I was the communications director, we'd do a quick photo for something like Orange Shirt Day or like Wear Red Day. And Kyia would just whip something up the night before or that morning and show up in it. I was like I wish I could do stuff like I wish I sewed and things like that, but I'm always doing like research and everything else.
Started small.
Yeah, I can make a Navajo top, no problem, out of, but for some reason my grandmothers would sit there and try to show me how to do the skirts, and I just could not get a grip on it with so much material. It's a lot of material.
It is, but for me, it was easy. I'm like, it's a single stitch. I can get it. The top part is what I have issues with.
She does all kinds of things. Like she's always talking about skirts. So I'm always learning different things. And I'm not from here. I'm from Louisiana. Our tribe's located in the middle of a bayou. And then I moved out here into the middle of the desert. So I'm always asking Kyia, like, how do things thrive? Like plants, what's the wildlife? Because that's how I feel like I can connect to things and like plant life, what's natural here. And she's like, it's this, it's that, if you'll do this. And then she's telling me about the skirt she'll do. And she's like, and everyone's always like, basically you need a pattern. And I'm like, everyone says that, but I feel like it's not that simple. And like, while we're talking about skirts, like I usually don't wear a lot of skirts or anything, but lately just everything, it's been making a comeback. We mentioned that in one of our NC magazines, like native fashion, skirts making a comeback, the scarves over your head and different things. So like this one, it's like, I don't really wear these colors, but it was just so beautiful. And then they had me at the deep pockets. They had me at pockets, and it was deep pockets, and it's Can't Fail Design. So it's this man and his wife like run the business, and he thought pockets were standard for all ribbon skirts. Didn't realize they weren't, and then he was making them really deep because he's like large man hands and everything, so he's measuring them with his own hand.
We had a deep conversation about this the other day. We're like, pockets? Yeah, it's pockets.
It was like they're really deep. And then what we thought was really cool about it was like instead of doing like plastic bags, they'll have you pick out these bandanas and then they'll bundle them up into the skirt with it. So everybody will kind of bring it, like pick one out that matches it as an accessory, and it's just eco-friendly. Just bundle it up and carry it around.
Such a cool idea, though. But
I love Camp Fail designs. They're when I first started vending with my family, they have Navajo Nation logo shirts that they did, and so that's all I would wear when I go out to sell. So, because I'm like representing, I'm playing the part. I'm a Navajo. Here's my shirts. So I love Camp Fail.
I try with stuff like that, but like my tribe's so small. There's only so many of us, and our designs aren't common. So I used to be into digital media and interactive media. So I sort of created some of our more traditional designs and symbols and stuff, and laid it out in like a what do they call those? Like not like a CV, but like a digital pack. Like the outlines of it, and I just hand it out to anyone who beads and sews in the tribe and all the young people.
That's actually a really good idea.
And just give it to them, hoping maybe somebody will print out some shirts or just sew some stuff in those designs, and just hoping for it. But what's closely related to our tribe is probably more like Muskogee Creek and Choctaw designs, and sometimes Alabama Cashadas sometimes, but I just really want to see some Cashada stuff out there.
I've been on the East Coast in that area for the last couple of weeks. I was in Marksville, Louisiana, and then like Orlando, and we went to Atmore. So been looking at all the artwork there, and I'm like, oh man.
It's like the complete opposite of Southwest. Southwest is very geometrical out there. It's kind of, I think it kind of resembles a lot of the Northwestern in
You
a
mean like with
sense
all the
of
florals and things like that? Like
not florals, but more like organic, circular, like the opposite of geometric.
So we're very triangular, like squares, I think, in the Southwest, kind of sharp edges and everything. And
Ours is very rounded, circles and everything. I think, but I do a lot of my shopping from the Northwest regions, and I think that's why, because it just kind of reminds me of our designs back home.
How interesting. I never knew that.
yeah, because we went to when we did we went on the powwow trail and we went up to Minnesota, and all those tribes up there, like Brian. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. He had like these super cool floral shirts and jackets and stuff, and very breathable. And it was just so cool. And they have a lot of floral work in their art. So, and I brought that home. I bought the shirt, 2 shirts and a jacket, and I brought it home, and I get so many compliments on that thing. And they ask me, well, who made this? I'm showing his name on the tag on his shirt sleeve, which is a good idea.
Yeah.
You know,
on the outside, because I'm always I'm like, wait, and I'll have like Aaron or Kyia, someone check the tag real quick. Like this one, everyone's always, oh, sorry, I messed with the mic. Everyone's always complimenting this blazer, and it's, and I'm like, for the longest time I couldn't remember, but I'm trying to memorize everyone that I wear now. It's Avery Apparel Company. But
it's super cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's
we should go
different.
around and talk about what we're wearing.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Do whatever. No, I'm just kidding.
We can do whatever we want.
We're taking over this week. No, I'm just kidding. You start us off.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Let's see. So my shirt is actually something my cousin made, Lynette Houses. She does a lot of mural work based out in Taos, New Mexico. I liked this one because I'm Apache, and so I'm related to her through her Apache side, and that's who she's displaying on the center person is a girl in a camp dress, and then but she's also Taos Pueblo. Sorry, speaking so much. She is also Taos Pueblo. I'm not sure if she's now Navajo as well, but she puts all 3 of them together within her design and everything. And so she went through a program, and it was really nice because she went through this program to learn how to do like her own website and then like the photography of it and everything. So she's getting up there, but she does a lot more like artwork to sell for like pictures and different things. Let's see what's next. My earrings. Oh, my earrings. These are one of my favorite pair of earrings. They're from an Instagram person I follow called Glittering World Gal, I think. Glittering World Gal.
I think she's at our store too, right?
Yeah, she's in our shop, and she sets up at the outdoor market.
Okay.
Navajo and White Mountain Apache, I believe. Yep. Amazing earrings. Does drops every week almost. They have one at 10:45. I had my alarm set, but I'm like, I got to do this podcast, so we'll see what's left when we're done. But I have a couple of pairs from this artist, and it's one of my favorite ever. And I think that's all I have on me right now.
Gotta have the big earrings as a Native woman.
Yes.
You gotta have the best earrings in the room.
I feel like I'm naked. My outfit's not complete if I'm not wearing earrings. I just feel like they add that extra anti-power.
Anti-earrings.
Right. And then I brought some of my other ones on this side. So the long white ones we received from an artist who was selling at our Reservation Economics Summit this past year. And between Aaron, Skye, Michaela, and myself, we flooded this artist. We just all were like, I want that one. And they're like, no, I'm getting that one. I'm like, I really wanted that one. Just fighting over them. And then next to them, we have Copper Canoe Woman. I loved these earrings for so long. I saw them online. I wanted to get them. Every time I would go, they were out of stock. And I was just like, it's not happening.
My sister has
for
these
me.
earrings.
Yeah, I love them. I love them. I love all the different shades, the black ones and then the rainbow ones. Erin has the rainbow ones
Yeah,
now.
she just got another pair.
And so
It's got the abalone shell.
yeah. And so I could never get them online, and I was just so sad. And then she came to Rez one year, and she had a small setup. I'm like, the earrings. And so I had to buy them then. I was like, this is fate right now.
She sells online now, though.
Yeah, she sells them online. But every time when I was trying to find them, they were out of stock. And then the earrings, next to the next one, it's from, I believe, Skye Native. She also was at our Reservation Economic Summit artisan market. And I just love like her story when she talks about her jewelry and everything like that, because she makes those pieces by hand.
Yeah, these are clay, are they?
Mm-hmm.
They're clay.
They're like baked.
Yeah, baked
And
clay.
So she said she's
Super pretty.
she's
Is she on
Navajo,
TikTok?
and I believe so.
She goes live on TikTok, doesn't she?
I think so.
Like while she's making it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'll have to go find her.
Yeah, she was Navajo, or she is Navajo, and Pueblo. Not exactly sure which Pueblo. Sorry. And she said that those earrings are a mixture of both her cultures together, and I really like that because growing up for me, I was like, you're Apache, matrilineal, you're Apache. And that's what I most identified with. But then also realizing that I'm also a Assiniboine, and I wanted to learn more about that side coming from Montana and everything. And so when I was talking with her and her pieces, I was like, oh, I love it. I love the story behind it all. So
It's super pretty. I love it. I haven't seen those before.
Yeah, I don't think I have yet. I love how smooth and the color of it and everything. It's just, you can tell it comes from like the organic material and everything.
Her stuff is so different.
Yeah.
I love Copper Canoe Woman. We carry her stuff in our shop too, and it is amazing.
I've been wanting to buy, but like Kyia and Aaron are always buying from her. So I'm trying to keep track of what they have. But I think I want to get the little black ones that she has. And because I don't know who it was with her. They were selling, he was helping her with her booth, and he like kind of had that alt style. We kind of always like are following these alt styles and everything. And he had one in one ear. I was like, I like that. I think I want to try that.
She started with like a big shelf in our indoor market, and now she's down to like 4 items. So I just put them in the front of the shop. So if you're watching this, we need you to restock your stuff, Copper Canoe Woman.
yes, because I need Christmas presents.
Yeah, we had our annual staff retreat. We have it in person, and Michaela and I ran up there the other day and looking for a last second white elephant kit. But yeah, I guess I'm next on the clothes era. Sorry, I'm fidgety. I move around a lot, so I keep knocking the mic and everything. So I'll start with my socks. I have 8th gen socks. I like to wear these and kind of style them and everything with the different work shoes. But I always see everyone, like it's all the men when they're having their dress up style and everything with their 8th gens. And I know they're mostly known for like their blankets and everything, and like, but they're artisans that they all include with all the different socks. It makes it fun.
Yeah, they're super cool.
Yeah. And
we
then,
visited them earlier this year. We had a Native Edge Institute there. And we got to visit with 8th generation. We went to
and
their
Mika
shop.
Clothing too.
Yep.
And she works there. So they have
Mika Clothing. Yep.
Yeah, so Mary, her name is Mary, but her company is named Mika Clothing. We met her at the NEI while we were visiting 8th Gen, and she, I don't think she's there anymore. So now she's branched out and she has her own pop-up shop now, but she was working at 8th Gen, and she's a designer and everything working there. And so she's supporting. So it was interesting noticing we'll find smaller businesses within a small business, independent and different things like that. And part of our mission here is trying to help people either find different areas like office space, or we try to contract vendors or just different printing companies, wherever we can. Yeah, wherever we can. But Mako is great. I ordered a dress from her for, we had a tribal banquet. And so I ordered a dress from her so that I could wear it. And what I liked about hers is it's not necessarily, so she's an Alaskan native from those regions, but her style, I like to accessorize. So like, you know, like we have our geometrics and different things where it's very particular to a tribe or a location. What I liked about hers was that I could wear that gown and accessorize it, and it wasn't specific. Like she'll incorporate these subtle things that are specific to her tribe, but you can't always tell. So it was able for me to like be diverse and like wear it to something that was like a Native event and still support Native and still look very elegant with that gown. but she's really great. But yeah, I have my t-shirt is T Arrow Designs. I had gotten this one at OXDX's market last year. It is holiday market, and that's another designer who designs for 8th Gen too. And then this is Jessica Mendez. So this is she was at Res.
The same as white earrings.
Yeah, that was her booth that we were all flipping. That's why I did like this. Yeah. So we're over here like, I want this one, I want that one. And she'll usually pair up with Indigenous-made. They'll usually kind of team up and hit all over the country, different powwows or conferences. They sell on social media. But we're all suckers for her jewelry and stuff.
The dentilium, yeah. You don't see a lot of dentilium. So when you see it, you have to get it.
Yeah, definitely. And she's very unique with her creativity on it. And then this is Avery Apparel Company. So I get a lot of questions about this one pretty often. It's different. And so Erin picked this one out. And she was like, that one's different. Like, I don't wear white often, but I was like, it stands out.
The whole thing is spot on. The whole,
Thank you.
Yeah, with the
Her styling of everything pulls it together. Exactly. She's really great at that. My favorite color is black, as you can't tell.
And my favorite color is black.
I'm always the black. But Skye comes in and with all the different pops of color.
Yeah,
and
I'll do
pulling
like
it together. I'm like,
neutral black and then like throw something. It's pretty neutral toned down, but I try to like when I buy pieces, people would be like, I don't know, that's kind of an odd. I was like, no, I have a vision. Yeah. Sometimes I don't have a vision and I like this. I didn't have a vision for this, but I try to pull it all together.
Oh, it looks good.
Thank you.
The socks and the shirt. I was like, oh, that's so interesting. But yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, someone was like, you're buying corduroy pants? I said, look, it's gonna.
I love corduroy. It's coming back, the 90s.
Yes, 90s kids.
Well, the 90s is back, basically.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the 80s too, though.
But I like it. I like it that it's kind of like on the inside of like the.
Yeah, it's kind of like on the interior. And so that way it's like when it folds out or
even on the
moves and
pockets.
waves. Yeah, the pockets.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm always sticking my hands in my pockets. It always
We
goes
love
inside.
pockets.
Yes. There's pockets all the way.
The earrings. I want to hear about the earrings.
Oh my gosh. So, okay. So me and Kyia, like, I probably don't look like I just kind of alter. Like, I have so many different styles, but me and Kyia are always kind of looking like we're suckers for Nightmare Before Christmas and alt styles. So these are, yes.
We like Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Yeah. So originally we had gotten these from their Beetlejuice collection. And I'm going to need help with the name because they're Navajo sisters and Apache. I don't know which Apache, I'm sorry. But they're Apache and Navajo. It's Carrie and Allie. But I need help with the name. It's in their language for Navajo. It's, what did you guys say?
Asa.
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 You have to have
means woman.
Woman? Okay. Yeah. So I'll spell it out for all of us. It's ASDZAA. And then it's like _ Stardust. So Stardust woman?
Stardust.
Is Stardust significant?
I don't think so. I'm not going to answer that. No comment.
No comment. So we were like in love with the Beetlejuice collection that they had, and it's like lime greens and purples, and they have like these halfway spikes through them.
They're beautiful.
Oh, the spikes.
Okay. We love the spikes. So these ones, it was unique. So it's I can't see it, but Kyia, could you describe it a little bit, like what they did right here inside of the spikes?
So they have like the spikes on one side, and the other side they have like the gems that you kind of see on that type of earring, and then the beading, the colors. It makes the blending of it from the white to like the magenta, and then you have the other beads on top of it. I think it's not beads, like some other gems.
Yeah, like some gems. So I think it's like,
are these a 3D effect?
Yeah, so it's kind of like almost like gem flowers sewed on and layered.
Yes,
I guess. So I always get a lot of compliments on these. So I paired these for that evening banquet that I had with the Mika dress. So this went perfect with it, with the maroon and everything. But a lot of people who aren't like alt style or have that flashy pop colors, a lot of people like this subtle. It's very unique and different. But yeah, we
love the spikes.
Yes, I love the spikes too, and it's just so pretty and goes with so much. But also this too. So this is like Oh, I don't want to say my favorite because I don't like to. I feel like it's like
everything
it's
was
like your
my favorite.
kids. You can't have a favorite child.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Like on what's the movie with Thomas and Victor? Those two girls, and they're like, "The song's my favorite song." That's me.
Oh my gosh. We quote that on a regular basis.
I'm like, these are my favorite earrings. Those are my favorite earrings.
Yes.
Those are my favorite earrings.
It's like everything is my favorite. Everyone is my favorite. It's like well, you're not supposed to have your favorites, but at the same time, everyone's your favorite. But this is ASAP Designs. This ring, yes, this was
He comes to Res all the time.
yes, that's where we first met him was at Res. He's just an amazing person, so sweet. He's at Res every year. I don't know if you guys have met him.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, so me and him resonated because he had the first year he had like lime green hair, and I don't remember what color hair I had. It was either like
purple.
Was it purple?
As you're
It was like
judging
a
his
deep
lime green
purple
hair.
blue.
No, like we saw each other and we were just like we were at one of the networking receptions at Res, and I was like, gosh, because I know lime green's hard to do and keep up. I did it one time and I only kept it for 2 weeks because it was like constant touch-ups, but his is like vibrant. Sometimes he'll have like hot pink and purple and turquoise and
And he sets up every year?
at Res, yes. So he gets in super early. He's been going since before I've been with the National Center, I think. But he does like contemporary jewelry, and he does it's all silver or gold plated or pure gold, sometimes gold plated, and he'll oxidize the different versions. So he'll have this in different colors like purple, black, blue, and he
my gosh.
oxidizes it. But it's ASAP Designs. His name is Adrian Standing Elk Pinnacus.
He does like very amazing geometrical shapes and everything.
So many
I love
things,
it.
like his bracelets. And what I love about his, because I have like very small, tiny, dainty wrists and hand. Like, so for me, it's always hard to find like wrist jewelry and rings because it's like child size. His, it's like a lot of it's usually adjustable. So like the rings are kind of adjustable. The bracelets are adjustable for all kinds of different sizes. He has earrings. He has whole sets, and it's amazing. Like Quana's been wearing a lot of his stuff lately. Quana Rose, Chasing Horse. But his artwork is incredible.
Yeah,
And he's
I
always
love
coming
it.
out with different pieces. It's slightly like kind of, it's contemporary, modern. He gets inspiration from like the Navajo geometric designs. Like,
What nation is he from?
he's Navajo. Yeah. I don't know if he may be another tribe. I know a lot of us are all kinds of different tribes. That's why I'm always hesitant to say which tribes are like everyone's from, because I know some of us will say like our main tribe or like
I
ones
just
that
say
we
I'm
grew up
Apache.
with.
And
Yeah. I say Coshada because I grew up in that community and that language and everything. That's how I identify.
Hey, like I have family from all the Apache tribes. So I'm just like, I'm Apache.
But yeah, I think that's everybody that I'm wearing.
He's Southern Ute.
Southern Ute. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
He's not Navajo. I'm so sorry. Can you cut that?
I know Lily Gladstone also was wearing his stuff recently too.
Yeah. So he's been out there lately with a lot of things. He's been blowing up, but I know that everyone should probably go check him out. I know like he was kind of going through something at some point. We're all trying to bring awareness to his business and his situation. His transportation vehicle was stolen. And so with that, it made it hard for him to transport, get around. So he does have different areas where it is harder for him for mobility than a lot of the rest of us. And he's an amazing artist, and his main things, well, he has his cousin will help him sometimes with his 3D print artwork and everything, and casing and transporting a lot of things. But his van, which is handy accessible, was stolen, and he wasn't able to find it. So we were trying to bring awareness. He was trying to raise money to replace it because that's like his bread and butter. He travels a lot. So he's traveling to Las Vegas, from New Mexico to Nevada, to Arizona, to these different showcasings and fashion shows. It's how he transports his products and his work and does everything. And his whole transportation was just taken from it. It's like telling us we can't have a vehicle or a plane to get to New York City from Arizona. So, and I'm not sure if that situation was resolved or anything, but I know we're trying to bring awareness to that he was needing assistance to replace his van for transportation. But yeah.
But ever since then, he was blowing
He was
up.
blowing up and everything, like Lily Gladstone's wearing him.
Lena Alexis, too.
Yeah. Quanah Chasing Horse is wearing him. And then all of a sudden, he doesn't have a way to bring his products everywhere, get here and there. But he's a really great person, super sweet, really nice, very creative.
Does he have an online store?
Yes, he does. It's ASAP Designs. Yes.
Oh, I know exactly what you were talking about. Okay, yes, awesome. Who followed him on social media?
Yeah, social media.
A
ASEP Designs, ASAP. So it's his initials, Adrian Standing Elk Pinnacoos.
Okay.
I love natives with such cool names.
I know.
Yes.
I wanted to marry somebody with a cool last name. Just marry me for your last
More
name.
like the northern tribes.
That's all I want. I just want your last name, please.
So my name is Emerald Skye Byrd, and everyone's like, "Is that your real name?" I'm like, "Yes, it's my real name." And I'm like, "I have my ID if you want it." And they're like, "You didn't change it?" I'm like, "Nope, birth certificate. That's my real name."
Yeah, Byrd is a great name.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know we somebody came through with an application to work in the restaurant, and the last name was Running Elk or something like that. Oh my gosh, just marry me.
You don't need a job. Just marry
Just
me.
marry me. I just want your last name, please. And it was such a cool last name.
Our
So-
new coworker, we got to meet
Chris.
Yes,
One of
for
our
Apex
4 Chris's.
accelerators. One of our 4 Chris's, but he's from New Mexico. Oh, he is married though. His last name is cool. Chasing Bull.
Crazy. No, Chasing. No, not Crazy Bill. Chasing Bull. Wait, let's look it up.
We need to look it up. But he came and he introduced himself, Chris, and I heard his last name for the first time, and I was like, he has a cool last name. That is awesome.
Yeah. Even like one of
Bull?
our dancers are named Six Killers. I was like, oh, that's such a good
always
one.
a cool name. 6 Killers.
So tell us about what you guys are wearing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about what subject we were
Unlike
on.
Skye, I have no fashion sense. My friend has once said, like, you need a stylist. She's like, you're so pretty. You need someone to
this is
style
working.
you.
It's working.
I wear all black
I could
all the
style you just
time.
to be, and then I'll be like, just
all black.
accessorize.
But my jewelry is my strength in fashion. It's so funny because I am addicted to big stones, so I wear a lot of big rings. One of my favorite silversmiths is Augustine Largo. Oh, so these are both Augustine Largo. I got this for Christmas because I talked someone into buying it for me. And then that's smart. I'm a smart woman. And then the next Christmas he bought me this one. I don't know if he remembered buying me this one. But this one is Waterweb Turquoise. This one is Kingman Turquoise. This is also by the same silversmith. So this is Augustine Largo as well. My earrings I made. So I don't bead too often anymore. I don't make anything anymore because we're so busy running around. This is a new ring. It's by Robert King. He makes huge stone silver settings. It's actually my second ring from him. I have an even bigger one too that I also wear all the time. This, I was vending once and I wasn't sure if this was real. And so I just got it because it was such a good price. And someone told me it is real, but I've had this for probably about, 10 years now. And my fingers have gotten bigger. But I've just made it bigger because we have a ring stretcher.
Okay.
So I can actually,
Do you guys
if you
offer
ever
those?
need to make your rings bigger, guys, stop by our jewelry store 'cause I got the ring stretcher for you.
See, I didn't know
I need
that.
to do that.
Yes, yes.
And if it's too big, you just eat more donuts.
So my favorite quote is, the bigger the jewelry, the smaller you look. So my hands look tiny, don't they?
I liked what you said earlier when you said my jewelry is my strength.
Yes.
Yes.
I
And
love
then
that.
there's a good story. When you lose a stone, it's actually protecting you from bad things happening to you.
Okay.
So never take it personal if something falls out. Always send it. You can always repair it, but it's protecting you from something bad happening. So definitely got to wear the turquoise all the time. Yes.
I heard that with other like indigenous cultures too. Like something break and I would be really upset. And they're like, no, it's protecting you. That's good. I'm like, oh, okay, that's a good way of looking at it. I'm not so sad anymore.
Who's the silversmith on this?
Well, they all initial their inside and be like, whose is that?
Oh my God. That's so
I had one year at Res, I had someone, they're like, who are you wearing? I said, I'm so sorry, I don't know. And so I started keeping notes in my phone of like the description. So one of the vendors said, well, let me see it. So, and they're going through and they're looking at the initials and the work and they're telling me who made each piece of my rings because I was wearing all silver that day. I'm more of a gold person, but I was wearing silver that day.
It's amazing how we can all recognize each other's work.
Yeah. You get an eye for it. Like I can tell you a lot of stuff when I just see it out in the wild. Like I'm like, oh, I know that necklace. And
Yeah, so even though you see like a whole plethora of turquoise, but everybody has their different styles, like you can pick it out anywhere. And that's, have that eye, just like if you would in the beadwork. And we started on the powwow trail, we noticed that a lot of is it northern tribes?
A lot of northern tribes are heavy into powwow. It's a real traditional thing.
They're all into beadwork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can see.
We do beads too, more so than stones. But for us, it's baskets. I should have brought some of my baskets in here. So I have a whole collection in my office of like baskets from like my great grandmother to my grandmother, and even recent ones. And our thing is long leaf pine needle baskets. But my mom is like
super cool,
insane with it. Like she'll look at it. And she'll just look at it and she can tell you who made that basket by the stitch, the size, the shape of it. Like I have this one aunt, and we call them Kose. We call her Kose B. And she makes these little tiny baskets like this small. And it's kind of like her specialty. Like some people can do it, but it's like some of them are kind of just known for certain things. And we have different stitches. And my mom will look at it and she'll say, oh, well, if she doesn't know specifically, she'll know which family
it came from,
or which generation in that family. And I was like, man, I need to just start studying these baskets because I want to be like that. I didn't even know it was like a thing or a skill. Like it was just you ask, but she'd just look at it and know.
That's how it is in the sterling silver world. People that do we all know each other's work and stuff like that. You can walk down a thing and you'll recognize the family that it came from because it kind of has the same look to it because it's what they grew up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the Salt River Pima tribe, is she Salt River Lulu Shannon? So she she does the horsehair pottery basketry.
Luann.
And Luann Shannon, and she makes like small earrings, but they're all hand woven with horsehair.
Oh, are those the ones that you guys sell? Yes. So I was looking at those and I took a picture to go back and show my grandmother. And I was like, because my aunt who does the little baskets, we have these one baskets that we call wall baskets, hanging baskets, and she'll make them real small into earrings. And then so I said, I want to do something kind of like this. And she was like, I don't know if I can do that, but I can make you a bunch of different little pieces. So I went back home recently to go pine needle picking and did all of that and prepped it. And then I never get to start doing my own baskets. I always have to give my my pine needles to my grandmother because she runs out from making so many orders. But she said she'd make some little pieces for me to just kind of create the jewelry or however I plan to do it. But she's like, I can make a variety of pieces and I'll give them to you and you can do something with them. But like fun fact, because the reason she runs out of so many pine needles is because Noda Begay, he's from out here. So he does his National Junior Golf Championship tournament at our tribe at the Casati Pines Golf Course. So what he requested was something kind of traditional as like, I guess, an ode to us for hosting his tournament each year. Something that was kind of like incorporated our culture into the prizes and trophies. So my Apo is grandmother in our language. She made baskets in the shape of trophies for the champions.
That is super cool.
Yeah, and it's the Golf Channel came down, they were televising it. We did this whole spread of all the different baskets on display and they looked like trophies. And
How tall were they?
So we had little different sizes. So some of them were like We get them pretty big. So they're this big.
A little over a foot and a half.
Yeah. And then some of them are about that small, but usually about this big. So she was like, I don't know if I can do a trophy. So we kind of drew it out and designed it because we have different shapes, but it's very specific type of shapes we do. So this one was kind of in the shape of a trophy. And she did sewed in the lettering with raffia and stuff on it. And so the kids were really excited. The parents were telling us like they really got more competitive out there because they wanted those trophies. They were used to the crystal, the glass, the bronze, and the metals.
Definitely unique.
But they didn't have any of those trophies. And so that's why she runs out of a lot of pine needles each year from making those baskets.
And I think it's going to be inspiration in that sense. It kind of creates like an enthusiasm to learn the art because it becomes competitive. And I think, and that's great because right now, like at graduations on Navajo Nation, the rug dresses, it's like the high school graduation is like all these women, they start coming in and making rug dresses of like who's the best of the best, kind of thing. And so it's good that, keeping that culture and keeping that style and getting people to be interested in keeping that arts and craft alive. And I think it's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you made a basket yet?
Whenever I was younger, I did. But I go pine needle picking every year. But like I said, I always have to go, like I give her my needles and everything. But the plan is I finally have mine this year.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I recruited all my little cousins to come picking so that she'd have more than enough. And I could
You get older, then you can get the little ones to do it.
so I could keep my own and stuff. But
Well,
it
I
was
love
nice.
collecting like first editions from people. They're like, this is the first one I made. I'm like, I'm buying that. I don't care.
But I know we have like a little bit of time left.
We haven't even talked about some of these things.
Real quick. Sorry. Where can we get these baskets anywhere?
Yeah, so we did want to partner with our export team on selling them online. I don't think we've fully figured that part out yet, but definitely they'll sell them. So we put the contact information in the baskets and we sell them for our tribe at Buffalo Run, and they'll ship them out really quick if anybody's ever interested. And this is how a lot of our elders make their income. And it's how we made income, and it's how they still continue to do that. And we have some of the younger ones making them too now. And they'll ship them out and sell them all over.
Like, trying to keep up with her online orders. Oh my gosh.
So, okay, and I'm wearing OXDX. This is OXDX is designed Jared Yazzie. So he did Native Art Market logo. He also just recently did our Fry Bread Lounge logo as well.
Fry Bread Lounge.
Yeah. So, but he was a huge part of Heather's life. When she found inspiration from Jared. Yes, so she did a long post. If you guys want to read that, it is on.
I was new to the city. He was doing a fashion show. I was so in awe and inspired because as a new native to the city, you're like, where do I fit in? What can I do? Like, how do I get involved in this? And he had a community, and I invited myself in, and I've been trekking along ever since and just happy to know him. So when we decided to do our project, he was one of the first people I reached out to. And of course, the first thing you do is get a logo and brand yourself. And that's what we did with him. So happy to know him.
Yeah, and he's amazing. He's really amazing. He's got all his product lines, and it has OXDX.com, I believe.
Yeah, you can shop online.
Yeah, you can shop
Everyone
online.
knows him. We don't need to mention
we usually
him.
do gift card. I'll buy gift cards for people and give them as gifts, like online, like natives, OXDX.
That was my secret Santa for the last 2 years.
He's famous. He's definitely
Yeah,
a famous man. Indigifamous.
Famous, yes.
Go
agree.
on, tell us more.
So, and then this is Lenora Bigay.
Ooh, I
This
love
is her
her.
work. And then this one here is Larry Yazzie. He's deep res. And then this one here, I picked this up from the Res conference, and their stuff is so amazing. And we were supposed to have them come in and put some of their stuff in our store, and I couldn't find their contact.
It looks like a Matthew Jack ring.
No, it's not Matthew Jack. I think it's I can't read it. It's too
They
small.
can
I think
probably
it's something
help
Wesley.
figure what that is, right? Do you know which year you got it?
Huh?
Which year you got it at the Rose Conference?
It was a couple years ago.
Might have been 2 years ago. I think that was you guys' first time.
Was it Benali? Oh.
Oh, I know that one. I can't think of the.
I know.
I can see it.
But the V?
Their card.
Oh, do you?
I save them when I go in, like, because I do the B-roll and stuff over at Res. So people will give me
okay.
their business cards
Yeah.
and stuff. So
And-
I'll have to look, yeah.
And we'll list everything in everything we mentioned. We'll list websites, places to shop, the names of the artisans. We'll put you guys at the top of the list, obviously.
Well, I kind of want to mention that that we're a co-op. So just for Indigenous community, like we were talking about earlier, that Mudhead Soaps and Nijoni Soaps started their platform, and they just grew up so big that they don't need us anymore. Not to say that in a bad way. It's good.
always a
It's
good
a
thing.
good,
Yeah.
to get their names and brands out there. So
So we never went into the indoor market. The indoor market functions as a co-op. We host over 400 Native small businesses. Artist gets the profit, and we've sent over $4 million to Native families in the 4 years we've been open. Yes, we just give all of our money away all the time.
And they receive 100% of the profit.
Yes, and they receive 100% of the asking price for their items. We also have a wholesale program because a lot of people don't want to wait, especially in emergency times. So we can offer that as well. But we
is
do like
awesome.
giving people the retail price because that's really what the community deserves is the retail price. It's important because Native Arts and Crafts and probably other programs as well, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry that Native Americans see less than 1% of. So our whole mission is just to create safe spaces for Natives to sell directly to the public. Our new restaurant as well. So the indoor market's 4 years old. The restaurant's 2 years old, but that also supports the Indigenous community. 2 months old. Yeah, the restaurant is brand new. It's 2 months old. That supports Native community by prioritizing Indigenous food producers. So, yeah, always trying to make a way to help the Native community. And so, a lot of fun.
We also do, so we'll pull a bunch of money together, and then we'll do res runs. So we'll go way out, like Tuba City, we'll go to Pinyon, we'll go to Chenli, and all these little places that you have all like these little swap meets and come. And we focus on the elderly. So so they're so happy when they see us coming because they know that, we're here to take their items. We never ask for discounts. We actually just take it for what they're asking. We don't negotiate. And it's a really exciting. It's exciting to do it. It makes us feel good of what we're doing. And some people, they always say, "Oh, you are our blessings for today." Just because they knew that they need that help. And we try to do it during the winter when it's really hard. The hardship time comes, and so they just need a little extra boost. Even
love
the
that.
medicine people, we buy a whole bunch of herbal medicines and. Yeah, so, and
A lot of time the artisans are just trying to get by, and so they're like, $5. I'm like, this is not worth $5.
That was what I was gonna say.
cannot go into good mind buying this for $5 when this is like $100 worth of.
When they charge me like that,
A
I'll end
product
up giving
service.
them more. And I'm like, it's a tip. Like, I was like, you're definitely underpricing your stuff. So I would
But they're
give
like,
extra.
we need groceries now, and
Yeah.
so I'm like, oh, I love that you guys do that.
Yeah. So shop Indigenous this holiday or year round.
Shop local, Indigenous,
Yes.
buy Native. It's all one of a kind and so unique. It's never mass produced, which is the beauty and why I spend all my money at the outdoor market and the indoor market. It's awful.
We're such in an era now where we can have access to the internet. So we have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok to find some of these cool artisans. They have their websites, if they do have websites listed. If not, you have places like the Native Art Market to find and connect with them. And this time there's several art markets all over the place. The actress who plays Beverly from Res Dogs, I love her little story she did recently. She was trying to get into the LA market, and she goes, "They denied me 2 times." She goes, "But I'm gonna make my own market now." It's so awesome. I love that. And so you can find art markets this time of year almost anywhere. And if not, there's other shops out there. We talked about 8th Generation. When we were in New York, we also visited Relative Arts. and they're consignment based, and so they get artisans not from just the U.S. but First Nations and other indigenous around the world, and we got to visit with them. So if you want to see some of those visits, we do a Native Edge Institute recap, and you can find those on our YouTube channel, and you can see some of the businesses and places that we visited. So Seattle NEI and New York NEI 2024 have those two in there.
And then also with the online, Sister Skye sells on Amazon now. So it's like everyone's kind of getting out there, and just, I bought some of their shampoo recently, but it's, I love how you guys are going like on your res runs to like these rural communities, purchasing from their wholesale or full price. And then it ranges from small artisans like that all the way to people like Sister Skye selling on Amazon. But it ranges and everything, like it makes everything accessible and even not accessible, but you guys make it accessible when you ship out all year round and everything. But I wanted to just, I don't know if you had any last thoughts before we wrap up, because I think we're probably killing them.
I just want to also, I just also want to bring out there that you can buy gift cards for like a Womney and the Fry Bread Lounge and Hope's Fry Bread. You know, also support your Indigenous restaurants and those gift cards instead of buying Applebee's or, you know.
Cabe ships frozen meals now. Yeah. I know. I was like, we should get some for the office.
By the way, your Zarna's wild rice bowl with the bison beer added to it was so freaking good.
Oh my God.
Byrd sells quick. You got to get it before they run out every night. Oh my goodness, it's so good.
The food there is so good. So if anybody's ever taking a trip to Arizona in the Scottsdale area, definitely hit up the Fry Bread Lounge. But hopefully we'll do an episode on like food restaurants, because we have, we're some foodies at the National Center. We have like lists of restaurants from all over the country whenever you guys are going on vacation.
I want to be in that episode too.
Yeah.
I feel like that we're in a time now where Natives we're supporting each other, and it's so good to see. I mean, like, you know, when we opened up our store, we had all these people that came out and supported us and celebrated us, and still do to this day. You know, when we opened up the restaurant, we knew that, you know, it was just really cool to see our Native community come together, and how they brought in groups just to support us. And I think that's, you know, this session that we're doing here is us supporting other Indigenous artisans, and they don't have to be big name brands. It's, you know, even little smaller brands that we can build up and help, you know, because we're small. These businesses, Indigenous businesses, is a small fish in the sea, in a very large sea. So us all supporting each other, I think it's going to really help and boost.
I love that you said that, because if you visit a storefront like Hope's Fry Bread, you're going there in a tent to go eat lunch, eat dinner, but she has a little section for other Native artisans who, whether if it's apparel, jewelry, or makeup. And then I think we saw cookies on sale too. And so she goes, I have this space, and why not bring in other Indigenous folks who can't get their own space, who don't have that platform yet.
Now too.
Does she?
Yes.
I need some potatoes and Spam. Getting all the
that sounds so good right now.
Platform too. And the same with all these other spaces, like we talk 8th generation. I'm sorry, I keep bringing them because like this is what I know. So they started out selling blankets, but now they brought it out and they brought in other artists as well. So definitely supporting each other in that aspect of, if they have this space and they can open up their doors to other artisans. So definitely love that.
We were talking about hopefully maybe even like if we do the food episode, maybe I was showing Michaela, so I brought Michaela up there to like go meet these guys and kind of invite them for this episode and everything. But she was looking inside, like it's a beautiful inside there. I don't know if you've seen the inside of Fry Bread Lounge, but
no, not Fry Bread Lounge. Yeah.
So it's so beautiful.
She told me about the food.
She was
though.
just at the indoor market last week, so I don't know what she's doing.
So she said, we can set up. I said, I thought this would be a good spot where we could like set up for a whole episode. We could sit there and eat. No, not eating.
Mukbangs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I'm
what
for
I was
it.
thinking.
And then we have a pool bar.
On Tuesdays.
Yeah, we can do it at the lounge on Tuesdays.
Oh, do you hear that, Michaela? We can set up, and then there's so many different areas we can set up. There's art on the wall people can buy. We'll auction it off while we're eating.
Even our beverages support the Native community. We have teas. Oh, I don't know how to say her name. Ayala herbs.
She's from Minnesota.
We have teas,
Okay.
we have coffees, even our liquor. We have vodka from Taos, New Mexico, Rolling Still, gin from Flagstaff, from Desert Rain. So, yeah, it's super cool.
I love how diverse you guys are.
You're a bartender.
Yeah, we went in and she said, shots? And I said, no. I said, we came to pick up some food so we could talk to you guys. I know, on the clock.
We're here on Big Liz.
Yes, I'm here for work. I'm like, I go over, we went to go eat, and then we were sitting there, and then we were just sitting there eating, and then Denise comes up, I wanted to introduce you, and then Canada starts clearing the table, and then she goes off to the other area to go hang
Man,
out.
like I'm putting PTO in now.
Yeah, she was like, she said, and then after I wrap up, and then we had some desserts. I was so full, but then I bring it over to the bar area so I could open up the seating for other like customers. And they're like, did you guys know that you were going to be doing a meeting? I said, no, it always turns into a business meeting anywhere I'm somewhere native. I'm having it. We just stay for hours shopping and then talking business, how we can help support these other businesses starting out or established ones, and how we can collaborate.
Oh, I love it. I love
It's always like that, right?
Yeah, you do. I always clock them as the bartender. I don't offer shots to just anyone.
See, we should have took PTO right then and there.
I know. I was like, Aaron, clock me out. I'm just kidding.
But that's awesome that you said that, because we also visited Bow and Arrow Brewing, and then one of our Sika Hills. We visit Sika Hills.
They're olive
We're
oil
looking
and
for
everything.
indigenous beer, so I need to get them hooked up with our distributor.
Yes,
There's
Bow and Arrow
laws and
Brewing.
stuff.
She was trying
She
to.
just started distributing last year, right?
Yeah.
So she did a couple pop-ups this past summer. I know there was one
Where are they
in
out of?
New Mexico, Albuquerque.
There's a few. I know there's a brewery in Eastern Bend, Cherokee too. They have the brew pub out there. They have some in
And then for
California.
those who don't want to do like the alcohol content, but you still want to be around the party, we have like War Chief Collection. She does non-alcoholic beverages.
Oh yeah.
That would be
That's
super
a good
cool.
one.
That's
We
a-
just are making mocktails. They have Navajo tea sake made out of Holbrook, I believe.
But they're not.
They're not. You have to go through a distributor to get the liquor. I can't just go to
Okay.
Costco or Bow and Arrow Brewery. I wish I could. I'd have Navajo tea sake on the shelf right
I
now.
have a lot of friends who
wanna
drink
try
the
that.
non-alcoholic beer, and like they're just sitting there drinking it, and everyone's hanging out. Some people are drinking the beer, some people are not, but it's like it's just your preference. I know it's a stigma in our communities,
Yeah.
but everyone has their
We
own
don't
preferences.
judge.
We don't judge. What
Our menu gets revamped today, so anytime after today is a great time to visit. So
Should go for lunch. God, we're thinking about lunch right now.
I know. Wednesday,
Everybody's stomachs,
Thursday.
everybody's stomachs are
come
growling.
tonight. We have a reservation of 50 people. So
What are your slow days, so we know what days that are better if you do
I would
have slow
say
days?
Monday
Mondays
through
and-
Wednesday.
yeah, we
Monday
can
through
have
Wednesday. So
parties
Monday and
there,
Wednesday
right?
because we're
Yeah,
closed Tuesdays.
you can reserve the space for private
How much
events.
can you reserve? Or what's
We
the
have
biggest party you
56
can do?
seats.
56 seats.
So we
Good
have
to
a group
know.
of 20 and a group of 25 coming in tonight for their holiday parties.
Should have had our staff holiday
Should
party
have.
there.
Next year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
have
so we
our-
bring everyone into the
So we have
headquarters.
so we have these people that come in for conferences, and there was one of the ladies that she actually coordinated with us and had her, is it called social mixers, where they came to the store and they all did their mixer in the store, and then they
Yeah.
went next door to the Fry Bread Lounge. They were here for like
That's unique.
something about
Arizona Chamber
yeah,
should totally do a mixer there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it was just kind of cool. And she was all like, I want to support small business. And so it was just a really cool event that she coordinated. And it felt good, like, oh my gosh, you're not at Applebee's or, you're not.
And to book like a venue, like to secure it, do we just go through the website, call, or?
No, you would call, you would text.
I know I would text you, but for everyone else.
You can reserve a table on our website. You can reserve it on Google. So just look up the Fry Bread Lounge.
And if you want to do like the mixer or anything like that, you can just call the 707 number.
Life-changing fry bread. That's what I always tell people when they walk through the door.
So good.
In
Like,
shots.
and I know everyone has their different fry breads from the different regions and the different
Let's not get into
so
that.
I'm always iffy, but oh my gosh, the fry bread you guys had, you had kind of different styles, but the appetizer fry bread reminded me of the fry bread back home. And I was like, this is what I need. So like when we're feeling a little homesick, that's whenever we go up for the fry bread and everything. I feel like they've only been open 2 months.
Someone walked in and there, I was like, life-changing fry bread. And he's like, that's fighting words right there.
We were eating.
Trademark it before they came.
We were eating, and then this couple, they were sitting there and they were eating, and then the man leans over, excuse me, what'd you order? And I told him, and his woman was so embarrassed. And I said, dude, no, I said, I'm always looking at other tables like, that looks good. I think I'm going to get that. And I'm looking, but I guess
you and Aaron do that all the time. We have to know what everyone's ordering so we can just feel it out.
That's actually a good strategy, marketing strategy, is have somebody sit there with like a Navajo taco, or not Navajo taco, taco, you know, just like this plate, just kind of like a mannequin.
In the window. I'm sitting in the window casually.
I'll volunteer.
All day.
You just have to pay me in food.
Volunteers tribute for that.
What time's my shift?
Well, either have a good time.
In the window.
I'll be there right at the corner just talking to everyone. Like, how long have you been here? Oh, I've just been eating all day.
Anytime someone walks by, you gotta make like a good face, like, yeah.
Oh, buddy.
All right, guys.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for coming. This was fun.
This is hilarious.
I'll stop by this weekend because I'm going back home next week, and I was like, I have to stop by over there before I go back home. And I always stop at the outdoor one and then come see you guys for the indoor one.
Outdoor market's closed this weekend.
Wait, no, next weekend I'll be there next weekend.
Awesome.
Yeah.
December 14th, because and Jared Ivan Massey is doing his hoop dancing with purpose.
Okay.
So his blanket drive, and that's for
For our hoop dancing with purpose.
yes, and it's
So
a
we have
blanket
a
drive.
blanket drive. He takes the blankets donated. He'll do a hoop dance for every blanket that's donated. And then he takes those blankets to the Apache Nation and gives them to the elderly at the retirement homes.
Okay, that's good to know. I'll stop by for that, and I'm sure he does stuff year round too, with different.
Usually
drives.
the blanket vendors set up there too. If you don't want to buy stuff from Burlington, you can buy it from the vendor that's set up there. Judy Jones usually comes out, and she has cute grandma scarf shawls, and she has cute little blanket shawls. Oh, they're so cool. I love them.
It's more accessories, so I'll be there.
We talk about styling. I see people styling those different ways.
Yeah.
One of my friends, he likes wearing it under his hat now too. I'm like,
Look at you.
I haven't figured out how what my style is yet for all of those, but I'm sure I'll figure it out soon.
I like a bandana and everything. But sorry, we're gonna.
Yeah, we keep on going right back into the conversation.
But thank you guys so much for joining us.
About an hour.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys
This
so
was
much
fun.
for coming. We'll have to do this more often.
We gotta do the sign off. We gotta say,
Oh, what's the
see you
sign?
next year on Native Edge.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next year on Native Edge Podcast.